What's up, ladies and gents? Your boy, TheDreadMan, is back, hitting you guys up with another sports topic today. And the reason why I keep saying it is for people who are subscribed to me, they know what to expect. For the people who don't know, I cover a massive amount of things. I make videos for my sports watchers. I make videos for my gamers. I make videos for my hip-hop heads. And, for the ladies who subscribe to me, I'm just the eye candy for them. Y'all ain't got to hide. Y'all ain't got to deny it. I see y'all, and I know y'all out there. But anyway, enough of that. Sports topic, I want to give you guys what my thoughts are on Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Berto, and this fight got signed for September 2015. Now, my first thought was, why? What is the point of this fight? Why is this fight? Okay, besides the obvious, the payday, the pay-per-view buys, the views, and Floyd, having a strong possibility of getting another W for this record, what is the point of this fight? Because Floyd is on the down track to his career. His career is winding down. He's only got one more fight left in his contract. And Andre Berto, who was my favorite boxer to watch in this era, I mean, I know he wasn't really necessarily the best. But from 2008 to about 2011, he was in the top 10 for the contenders. Now, had he beat Victor Ortiz, then he would have been next in line to fight Floyd for that September fight. So Victor Ortiz beat Berto and took his place. But yeah, Berto, his stock dropped from having 3 of his last 5 fights ending in losses, and Floyd is not getting any younger. So what is really the appeal for this fight? What's going to draw people to this fight? But anyway, rather than, dump on the fight and, say how pointless it is, I'm going to give you guys a prediction anyway, because that's what I do. I'm a YouTube sports analyst and predictor. But anyway, Andre Berto. Like I said, at one point in time, he was my favorite boxer. Like I said, how you guys got your, the best boxers, and then you got, even if they're not necessarily the best, they're your favorites because you just like to watch them. 2008 through 2011, Andre Berto was my favorite boxer to watch. Because he was, who he reminded me of? He reminds me of the welterweight version of Jeff Lacy. That's pretty much who he is. And his strength, let's just see, look at all his strengths and attributes. He's fast. He's explosive. He has a jab that he's been working on. He has a hell of an uppercut. His uppercut is the best weapon in his arsenal. And that makes that's pretty much his strengths and his weaknesses are the same. Like, everything he has a strength for is pretty much his Achilles heel too. Now, as far as his obvious and apparent weaknesses, his footwork is below average. His defense is average, and his chin is questionable. As a fan of his, and as somebody who likes to watch him, even I have to be unbiased and bring his faults out. I have to, say all of his mistakes and all his flaws so he can work on them. And hopefully he's been watching not only Floyd's tapes, but his tapes also. Saying where his missteps are, his miscues, and what he's doing wrong, and what he can do to improve on that. Because I say he tries to employ Floyd's Philly shell defense. The Philly shell defense, also known as the shoulder roll. He tries to employ that, but it doesn't work as well because his footwork and his reflexes and his upper body movement is not as good as Floyd's is. And another mistake Berto makes is he has no head movement. He doesn't move his head at all. And speaking of that, he's a head hunter. He doesn't throw to the body at all. He doesn't use his jab as much as he should to open up his other punches. And he's a very, very top heavy. Like, he's a big body. Like, he doesn't really move his body as much as he should. Now, on to Floyd Mayweather. Do I really need to say it? He's a defensive master. He's a defensive genius. His jab is very good. His straight right hand is the best weapon in his arsenal. And his defense is damn near flawless. His defense is second to none. And he has the best defense of this in almost any era of boxing. And I'm saying all this, but what are his weaknesses? His weaknesses are 2 things. One, he has a weakness against southpaws. And his second weakness, and this is a weakness that can't be helped, by the way, is, I mentioned it earlier, he's getting older. I mean, he's 37 years old, so he doesn't really have that much time left in his career. The only thing slowing him down is father time. Like I said, that's something that can't really be helped. But anyway, just to the X Factor. What does Floyd have that Andre Berto doesn't have? I pretty much say that. I mean, like, this is, I mean, all his weaknesses, every weakness that Berto has is tailor-made for Floyd. Everything, every chink in Berto's armor can be heavily exploited because of the way Floyd's style is. So it's pretty much tailor-made for Floyd to win this fight. Now, Berto's X Factor over Floyd, I can't really think of one. The only way that I can see Berto winning or even making a contest out of this is if Floyd gets careless or the impossible happens and Berto catches Floyd with an incredible shot and puts him down. Do I see it happen? I mean, can it happen? Of course, this is boxing. I mean, it's a sweet science. Anything can happen on any given night. But do I see it happen in this fight? It's going to be very, very I don't want to say it's impossible, but I'm going to just say that it's very, very unlikely for this to happen. Now, if you're watching this fight, you're going to be watching it for one of three reasons. One, you have nothing better to do. Two, you're hoping for the impossible happens and, Berto stops Floyd. Or three, you're just going to watch to see who Floyd calls out next if and when he wins his fight. And I think that this is going to be his next to last fight. And his last fight is going to be against Amir Khan in May of 2016. But just for overall analysis, I see Floyd taking this fight. I don't really see Berto getting more than 3 rounds against Floyd. He might get a couple of early rounds. He might steal a middle one. But other than that, I think Floyd is going to this is going to be a clear win for Floyd. 9 rounds to 3 over Berto by decision. But anyway, besides, my prediction, are you boxing fans? Are you even going to bother to watch this fight? I am, just because I'm a boxing fan and I want to see, 2 of my favorites go at it. But anyway, I'm out, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe to me if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Peace.